It's getting close to the wedding, and that means it's time to talk about how to plan a rehearsal dinner. Typically, these are thrown by the groom's parents. However, nowadays there is no typically anymore. The bride and groom could be throwing this themselves. Rehearsal dinners are on the eve of the wedding. They are a dinner that falls after the rehearsal. Pretty self-explanatory there. So you're going to want to keep this simple and easy because there is a big, big event happening probably the very next day. Pick a restaurant, go out, do not stay in for this. You want to relax, you don't want to be cooking and cleaning, go out to eat. Pick a restaurant that is close to the rehearsal location. It could even be at the rehearsal location. Or an alternative, choose a restaurant that is a favorite of the bride and groom. It may be sentimental, where they first met, went on their first date. Whichever you do, include this information in your invitations, which restaurant it is, and how to get there from the rehearsal location. Speaking of invitations, who do you invite? Anybody who's rehearsing, first of all. If they're in the bridal party, they're walking down the aisle, they are at that rehearsal, they should be invited to the rehearsal dinner along with their significant others. That's always a nice thing to do. Your family will be invited to this. Both families will be invited to this. It's a time for them to mix and mingle and get to know each other. Other than that, it's up to you. A lot of times people like to invite out-of-town guests, especially if it's a destination wedding or they have some special people who have come in from out of town. If that's in your budget, absolutely go for it. It's usually very appreciated. It is, however, not mandatory. You don't have to invite those people. It can be just bridal party, close friends, and family. At the rehearsal dinner, the bride and groom are going to give out appreciation gifts to their bridal party and sometimes to their parents. This can be done publicly. They can stand up, make a short speech, and give out each gift. Or if you're not comfortable with that, you can go privately, person to person, and talk with them one-on-one. So again, you're going to want to keep this very simple, low-key, a restaurant close to the rehearsal venue. Oh, by the way, a word about restaurants. Give a call first, depending on the size of the group you have coming down. You may want to ask if they have a private room or semi-private room available. Send your invitations out in advance, 3-4 weeks, let people know. Invitations can be really low-key on this. They can be electronic, they can even be an email. But remember to let your guests know the time, where you're going, the dress code, and how to get there. And have fun at this, because you know what? There is a wedding tomorrow.